Hello guys, welcome to our video lesson. Today we will talk about the use of the passive form. And just to begin, I'm gonna show you a video about this grammar map. It is well explained and okay, let's watch it.
Il passivo. Nella trasformazione della frase attiva "The mechanic repairs the car" a quella passiva "The car is repaired by the mechanic", il soggetto della frase attiva "The mechanic" diventa il complemento d'agente, introdotto da by nella frase passiva. Il verbo attivo repairs si coniuga alla forma passiva. La forma passiva si costruisce con il verbo be nello stesso tempo verbale che ha la frase attiva, ma concordato con il soggetto della frase passiva, seguito dal participio passato del verbo principale. Il complemento oggetto della frase attiva the car diventa il soggetto della frase passiva. Dalla forma attiva alla forma passiva. Simple present. Claire washes the car on Sundays. The car is washed by Claire on Sundays. Present continuous. Claire is washing the car. The car is being washed by Claire. Simple past. Claire washed the car last Sunday. The car was washed by Claire last Sunday. Past continuous. Claire was washing the car. The car was being washed by Claire. Present perfect simple. Claire has just washed the car. The car has just been washed by Claire. Simple future. Claire will wash the car. The car will be washed by Claire. Be going to. Claire is going to wash the car. The car is going to be washed by Claire. Present conditional. If Claire had time, she would wash the car. If Claire had time, the car would be washed by her. Infinitive. Claire needs to wash the car. The car needs to be washed by Claire.
Okay, we have seen so many examples of active sentence and passive sentences using all these passive tenses like the simple present, present continuous, simple past, past continuous, present perfect simple, simple future, be going to, present conditional, and infinitive. Okay, all these are the available forms to be used in the passive form. But let's go now to see some other examples of the passive form. I'm just using the book Grammar in Progress, okay, the one we have already used at school for our lessons. Okay, just a few examples of the passive. Okay, in this unit we can see ok, il passivo come in italiano anche in inglese solo i verbi transitivi, cioè i verbi seguiti da un complemento oggetto, hanno la forma passiva. In inglese la forma passiva si ottiene come in italiano. Quindi esempio di forma di frase attiva: Annie ha lavato i piatti ieri. Annie washed the dishes yesterday. If we transform the active sentence into a passive sentence, we have i piatti sono stati lavati da Annie ieri. So the dishes were washed by Annie yesterday. Quindi il complemento oggetto della frase attiva diventa il soggetto della frase passiva. Il soggetto della frase attiva diventa il complemento agente della frase passiva introdotto da by. Il complemento d'agente si omette se ci si riferisce a qualcuno in modo generico, they, we, people or somebody. O se non è importante specificare chi ha compiuto l'azione. We met them at the theater. The passive sentence, they were met at the theater. Non usiamo by in questo caso. Il verbo essere o to be nella forma passiva si coniuga al tempo del verbo della frase attiva e si concorda con il soggetto della frase passiva. Si aggiunge poi il participio passato del verbo principale. Ok, some other examples using the passive form with the principle, with the main verb tenses in the simple form. So we have simple present, affirmative, active sentence, affirmative. Molly cleans the house twice a week. The passive sentence, the house is cleaned by Molly twice a week. Simple past, cleaned. Molly cleaned the house 2 days ago. The passive form with was or were clean. The house was cleaned by Molly 2 days ago. Present perfect simple, have or has cleaned. Molly has just cleaned the house. The passive sentence, have or has been cleaned. The house has just been cleaned by Molly. Past perfect simple, had cleaned. Molly had cleaned the house before my arrival. This is the active sentence. The passive sentence with had been cleaned. The house had been cleaned by Molly before my arrival. Simple future, will clean. The active sentence, Molly will clean the house sooner or later. The passive form, will be cleaned. The house will be cleaned by Molly sooner or later. Let's see the passive negative sentence and the question form with the passive sentence. Simple present, the daily newspaper isn't bought by Dad. Is the daily newspaper bought by Dad? The simple present, the car wasn't repaired by Greg last week. This was the negative, the question form. Was the car repaired by Greg last week? Present perfect negative form. The museum hasn't been visited yet. Question form. Has the museum been visited yet? Past perfect negative. The ancient medal hasn't been seen before. Question form. Had the ancient medal been seen before? Simple future. Negative. The new shop won't be opened next week. Won't be is the shortened form for will be. Sorry, will not be opened. The question form, will the new shop be opened next week? Very well. In this page we have some exercises. And in particular, I want to send you all these exercises using a screenshot of this page, and I'm gonna send to you on materiale didattico. Okay, you will find this exercise charged on materiale didattico. And now I just want to visit, to show you the grammar reference on your book on page 143. Let's see other example of the passive. The form to be plus past participle. The tense of the verb to be changes to make tenses in the passive. Okay, let's see some examples. Are you being served? Present continuous. My car is insured with ASM, present simple. Were you taken to visit the cathedral? Past simple. I've been invited to a wedding, present perfect. I'd love, that is the shortened form of I would love to be introduced to a film star. Passive infinitive. The use of the passive sentence. Passive sentences move to the focus from the subject to the object. See in particular how the focus from the subject to the object of the active sentence move. Here we have an example. Shakespeare wrote Hamlet in 1601 while he was living in London. The subject is Shakespeare in the active sentence. And now the shift in the passive sentence, the object becomes more important, and Hamlet is the object and becomes the subject of the passive sentence. Instead, in the active sentence, Hamlet was the object. Okay, Hamlet, the most famous play in English literature, was written by William Shakespeare. Which is the active or the passive, depending on what we are more interested in. By and the agent, the subject in the active sentence, are often omitted in the passive sentences if the agent is not known. For example, I was burgled last night. We don't know the agent, the person who burgled, in this case, who committed this crime. The agent is not important. This bridge was built in 1886. In this case, the agent is not important for the meaning of the sentence. Or in the last case, the agent is obvious. I was fined £100 for speeding. Okay, the agent is obvious because it is the police. Okay, I was fined by the police, but we can omit in this case because it is obvious. Okay, in the third kind of use, the passive is associated with an impersonal formal style. It is often used in notices and announcements. For example, customers are requested to refrain from smoking. This is a kind of announcement. It has been noticed that reference books have been removed from the library. Number 4, in informal language, we often use you, we, and they to refer to people in general to avoid using the passive. For example, you can buy stamps in lots of shops, not just post offices. They are building a new department store in the city center. We speak English in this shop. Okay, many past participles are used as adjectives. I'm very interested in modern art. We were extremely worried about you. I'm exhausted. I've been working hard all day. Okay, these were other examples when we generally avoid using the passive form, and in these cases we have many examples of this. The last part is dealing with the present simple and present continuous passive. Let's see the form present simple passive plus past participle. Most workers are paid monthly. Is a service included in the bill? This was the present simple passive, and present continuous passive is formed with the present simple of the verb to be, being plus past participle. This road is being widened. Are you being served? The use of present simple and present continuous passive, the users are the same in the passive as in the active. My car is serviced every 6 months. This is a kind of routine. Computers are used everywhere. This is a fact that is always true. The house is being redecorated at the moment. It is an activity which is happening now. Okay, let's go now very quickly to page 33 because I just want to complete an exercise with you, and this is an exercise I gave you last time as homework. Okay. Just loading the page. Very well. Okay, the exercise is this one. Very good. Active and passive. Exercise 1, page 33. Read the statistics. Work with the partner and underline the correct form. Statistics about jobs and money in the UK. Number 1. The average worker is paid £27 a year. The average family pays 730,000 in tax in their lifetime. Number 3, 19% of workforce are employed by the state. The biggest employer in the NHS with 1.7 million workers. However, many NHS jobs, which means National Health Service, are being cut at the moment. The workforce is made up of 53% men and 47% women. Number 6. Women earn on average 9.6% less than men for full-time work. Number 7. 91% of fathers take time off after the birth of their baby. 8. On average, children aged 8-15 are given £6.35 pocket money every week. Sorry. 9. 80% of British householders own a car. 10. On average, che vuol dire nella media, every adult owes £25,900 in debt. And let's see now, number 3, put the verbs in present passive, simple or continuous. Can I help you? Number 1, I'm being served. Thank you. A lot of manufactured, number 2, a lot of manufactured goods are made in China. Number 3, why are you getting the bus? My car is being serviced. Is being serviced. Non è riuscito a prenderlo. Is being serviced. Number 4, is service included in the bill? Number 5, nearly 50% of food we buy is imported. Number 6, the banking industry in the UK is situated in London. 7, the hotel is closed while the bedrooms are redecorated. And number 8, footballers are paid far too much money. Okay, and this is the finish of our lesson. Okay, we are over now, and I'll see you for the next video lesson. Okay, bye bye students, and good night.